Hey everybody, this video is called "What Are You Eating?" And I think the answer is probably you don't know what you're eating because we've all been born into this society of just kind of junk food. One of the reasons I've gone to almost purely meat with a few vegetables here and there because it's the only thing I can kind of count on to give me good energy without a lot of poison mixed in. This is a book that everybody should read, and it's called Nutrition and Physical Degeneration by Dr. Price. And there's a WestonAPrice.org website that you can go to, and traditional foods and ideas, tons of information. Everybody should keep that as a favorite on their computer and use it for information. But this book was written in 1939, or copyrighted in 1939, and it was a compilation of all the traveling Dr. Price did, and he would document the health of these traditional societies versus people that ate manufactured food. And he would even take pictures and catalog like twins. These guys were twins. One of them lived on the farm, ate normal, regular, traditional foods. Excellent teeth, he said. The other one who ate traditional, or not traditional, but manufactured foods, the new kind of foods, his teeth were rampant with disease and deterioration. And then the same thing with the girls. They're Gaelic girls. One of them's teeth who ate normal foods, perfect, excellent, he says. The other one, again, rampant deterioration. And it's because of the food they ate. This is one of the reasons why people can't hold their adjustments. They're eating foods that are just disgusting. And it's not really, I guess it's our fault because we don't look into it, but it's kind of not our fault because they've planned it this way. There was an act in 1906 called the Food and Drug Act, and Dr. Wiley, who ran that department back in the FDA, they actually called it the Bureau of Chemistry for the Department of Agriculture, I think. He really pushed it through, and it was basically to stop food manufacturers from selling adulterated foods, poisonous foods across state lines. So the big food companies didn't want to do that. They wanted to sell whatever processed food they wanted to do. So people like Coca-Cola said, all right, fine, if we can't ship it across state lines, we'll just build a distributorship in every state. That's one of the ways they got away with it. So it's been going on since way before we were born. We were born into this society of eating processed, dead foods. All the stuff in the food market, in the grocery stores, if you can buy it and take it home and sit it on the shelf for weeks and months, it's dead already. And when you eat it, your bones are going to be weaker, your teeth are going to be weaker, the body doesn't work well. So that's what I'm saying. What are we eating? Mostly dead foods, mostly processed foods. I think it's 80% of what Americans eat is considered a highly processed food. That's all the stuff that Kennedy's talking about right now. He's going after these processed foods. And some people like us, we're saying, all right, great, go after it. Get this junk out of our diet. And then there's another group of people, oh, he's a quack, he's not a doctor, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Ridiculous. We shouldn't be eating this junk food. Most of us should probably be eating a lot of meat. No one's eating enough protein. So we should be eating a lot of meat, vegetables, maybe some fruits when they're ripe, when they're really ripe with nature, not the stuff that's in the store that came from Argentina or somewhere. Nuts and seeds. And we should probably get rid of American grains because American wheat is junk. It's sprayed with glyphosate at least twice. It's genetically modified. It's hybridized. They've changed it completely. Soy, corn, oats, all that stuff is mostly junk. Corn is one of the products that's sprayed with atrazine the most, and atrazine has been clinically shown to turn male frogs into female frogs. It literally changes your hormones. No wonder people seem crazy walking around. They're eating chemicals all day long and they don't know the difference because that's all they've ever eaten. They can't tell that they're getting weaker and weaker because they were born weak, born deficient. So what are you eating? This is my idea. This is why we're always pushing cleanses. Push some of this gunk out of the body. This is why we're telling people to do the MVX, that metabolic vulnerability index blood work. It tells you how well your cells are handling infection, inflammation, malnutrition. How much energy are you making? Regular blood work that we get doesn't tell you that. Nothing wrong with that regular blood work. You should do it from time to time, but the MVX tells you metabolically how are you really working. So start taking a harder look at what you're eating. Focus on meats and vegetables. get away from the grains and all the stuff that's been sprayed and hybridized and genetically modified. And let's get back to being humans and eating real food. All right? Thanks, guys.